Hey guys, MBDC, I'm back here on the Mindcrack server. I've been doing a lot of work on the Sanctuary of the Clans. I'm really excited for this build. I think it's coming along pretty nice. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I've been doing. But before that, I want to talk about the materials that I'm going to be using. I did kind of decide what I wanted to use for materials, and I think I'm going to be using a lot of the stone, but it's really plain. It's kind of bland. Like if you notice, it's pretty samey inside here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to take the andesite out of the floor and I'm going to replace it with maybe like polished andesite or maybe some of the cyan clay or something like that. And then I'm going to use a mix of stone, cobble, and andesite in the walls. That way the walls will have a little bit more texture and it will kind of separate it from the surrounding mountains. Now, if you go and play the game Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, which is where you actually get to see the Sanctuary of the Clans doesn't look like it was built out of brick. It looks more like it was carved out of the mountain. So that's kind of the theme that I'm going for. I'm pretty certain that's not how it was built in the lore, but whatever. That's what it looks like, so that's what I'm going to go with. So I'm going to have to remove this, and I'll replace it with either polished andesite or probably the cyan clay. Maybe we'll go with the cyan clay. Let me show you the sides over here. I'm going to need a ton of this stone, by the way, because not only do I have to build the structure, I also have to cover all of this. So you can see I've been covering up a little bit of it. So what I did was I used the redstone machines that alternated lava and water to create these cobblestone mountains. And then I also just placed a whole bunch of cobble myself. And now what I'm doing is I don't have any stone on me, but I'm just coming over and placing stone on top of all the cobble. So that makes a very natural looking kind of hillside right there. So let me see if I have any. Do I have any stone? I don't think I have any stone left. I think I've used it all up. I don't see any. I did put a whole bunch of cobble inside of Good's little auto smelter building over there. Alright, so I have tons of cobblestone, but I need to get it smelted into smooth stone. I was thinking about making a lava smelter system in the Nether because there is a fairly large lava pool right next to the portal. But since Good already built this, I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel. However, even though I smelted a lot of stone here, I'm gonna need tons and tons and tons and tons of it more. And I'm already running into issues with not enough charcoal. Now the tree farm on top isn't really the greatest because there's no roof to it. So you end up with this crap, which is when the trees grow really large. So then it just becomes a pain to cut them down and to get the saplings. And half the time the saplings fall off the building and you got to run around and pick them up. And it's kind of a pain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build something underground. I was originally going to build it over at the farm area. And then I'm like, no, maybe I should put it at the redstone area. But then I decided I'm going to put it right underneath the building because I want it to be in a loaded chunk. So I want the trees to be able to grow all the time, and then I can just come and chop them down. Apparently he needs a silk touch shovel. I don't have a silk touch shovel. Oh, by the way, let me show. I don't know if you saw this or not, but this is, I believe, Pyro's new banner, or at least in the consideration for it. He's, I don't know. I think he's looking for a new banner design, but this kind of reminds me of Zoidberg. Why not Zoidberg? All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build the tree farm down here. So it's gonna be underneath the farm. It'll be easy to get all of the logs up into the furnaces and what have you. It'll be easy to get the logs into the furnace up top. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it so that it's only like 7 or 8 blocks high. So that way the trees can only grow to a certain height. And then I'm also going to put water on one side of it. So what will and there'll be glowstone in the floor rather than using torches. So what's going to happen is after I cut down the trees and all the saplings start to fall, what I'll do is I'll just turn the water on. It'll bring all of the saplings down into a channel, which will bring them into a hopper, which will put them into a chest. So I'll get all the logs and all the saplings and all the apples and whatever else I need. So this should be a bit better than what is currently available up there. Is it raining? Oh god, it's raining. Oh, by the way, the creeper pad did get hit a couple of times, but no charge creepers. So anyways, I'm going to clear this out some more, and then I'll be back when I have the stuff ready to go. Here is the completed system. I already started chopping down some of the trees, but I just wanted to show you here. So because of the roof, in case you've never made a tree farm before, because of the roof, the trees can't grow to the large size, which is what happens when Good plants the saplings up on top of his building. So this is why I did this, because this is very, very easy. You have the same size trees pretty much all the way through, and you can just keep chopping down like this, and it's very, very simple. Now, this does restrict the amount of saplings you can get, but it's not really that big of a deal. Basically, it goes back and forth. So you'll have a lot of saplings, which means you can plant them right next to each other. So when they all decay, the leaves that is, you'll get less saplings because, for example, this tree is sharing leaves with this tree, and then this one's sharing it with that one, and so on and so forth. So there's less leaves to make saplings. But the next time that I plant this, I'm not going to plant them like right next to each other. I'm going to space them out a little bit, and then you get more saplings. So then the next time you can put them right next to each other. So it goes a lot of wood, a little bit of saplings, a lot of saplings, a little bit of wood. And it just keeps alternating. Now this over here is very, very simple. I didn't want to do any complicated redstone machine that automatically removes the wood from the trees and then collects the I didn't want to do any of that. That's complicated. We had that on the last server, and it was kind of a pain because you had to constantly replant the trees, and it was one at a time, and I didn't want to do that. So this is super, super simple. This is just a lever, redstone, and then pistons. The pistons are holding the water back, and after I've chopped down all the trees, what I'll do is I'll just flip the lever. It'll allow for the water to go all the way down, and then as the leaves decay and the saplings fall, they will come over here. They go into the hopper, which goes into the chest, and that's it. So after I chop down all the trees, I don't actually have to stay around here to wait for all the saplings. And that's kind of the point. It's so that you can come over here, chop down the wood, wait for the saplings, and come back another time, then replant the saplings, and then just, you know, whenever you get around to it, like whenever I come into the spawn town, so I don't have to sit and wait for the stuff to decay and whatever. So I'm going to chop down the rest of this. I think I originally planted about 60 or so saplings, and I ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how much I had on me. So we'll say a little bit over 5 stacks of wood, roughly. So not too bad. I don't think I'm going to get too many saplings out of this because there isn't that many leaves, so I might have to space them out quite a bit in order to increase the number of saplings. But let's just turn this on here. So I'm going to turn this on, and the water's going to go down. I used the glowstone, obviously, so that it doesn't get washed away, because if I had used torches, then it would have been washed away. And, that's interesting. The leaves are preventing the water from going all the way down. I guess it only lasts for a couple seconds though, so it's not really that big of a deal. And there it goes. So all the saplings are gonna go down there. That was something that I didn't think of. So I should probably come over here and destroy all that before I turn this on. And then there shouldn't be any problems. It should go down just fine. Yeah, there we go. So that's fine. It's kind of weird. Why is it like... Why does it look like it's connecting over there? I mean, it's still flowing. I guess it's because it's one block up. That's kind of interesting. I don't really remember seeing that. I mean, that looks neat. I like that. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so I got quite a bit of wood from the little farm here, so I'll just let this stuff take its course, and then I'll come back later. And when I come back, all of the saplings should be in the chest, and I can just replant. No biggie. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to start filling this stuff up. How many stacks do I have? I've got... Well, let's put half a stack in each of these. So we'll charge these back up with half a stack. And it should be... Why do I keep doing that? This should be pretty good. But I am going to need quite a bit more. Now, as far as the trees that you can do that with, you can definitely do it with oak, obviously, because we just did it. And you can also do it with, I think, acacia. But spruce can't be placed right next to each other. It has more restrictions. Birch does as well. I believe jungle does. I'm not sure about dark oak. I'm not 100% on those, but when in doubt, just use regular oak because you know that it can be planted right next to each other. So I should have a decent amount of stone in here again. And then I'm going to head back over to the other place. Oh, yeah, there we go. Look at that. I'll head back over to the other place, and I'll show you what I've been doing. Oh, yeah, that's right. I got potions now, too. Packrat found netherwort. Well, let me just head over there, then. Packrat found netherwort in the nether. Oh, hey, someone tore it down. I guess they didn't like the potato on a stick. Well, it's not potato on the floor. Potato, I don't know, whatever. Packrat found netherwort, so we have potions now. So we kinda, sorta, almost have good XP. So what you can do now is you can go to one of the mob spawners that we have, so like the spider one, and you can just let it run for whatever period of time. And then you can just throw a damage potion. After, you know, you grind them up and whatever, so they take the damage, but... It's a little bit better for the XP. I suppose we could probably make a blaze spawner too. That might actually be a good idea. Maybe we'll look into doing that. I'll see if anybody else is planning on doing it. So I did already show you some of this, I believe. But I did finish the other side up top. Let me show you. Wait, did I put too much over there? I did put too much over there. So let me show you the inside here. I did finish the roofish, sort of. It's not, this isn't really, I said roofish. This isn't really the roof. That's why I said the roof-ish, because this needs to be higher. So it needs to be up here. Although, you know what? I was thinking I could probably put stairs and stuff so that you could see out over it. I don't know, maybe I don't need to do that. Well, maybe I will. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Alright, so down here, I did start to clear it out. So I'm going to put the floor over there pretty soon, and I did change this to cyan clay. So I like this a lot better. I still do need to fix the doors and the walls and stuff, though. Figured I would show you guys where the nether wart was found, since some of you might be interested. I'm sure you recognize this place. This is where we farmed the wither skulls for a while. And this right here is the little auto reset track. So you go down there and it will despawn a lot of the mobs over here, and then the cart brings you back, and then you have all new mobs to kill. Oh look, wither skeletons right there. There's a blaze spawner right there, but I don't know if anybody wants to turn it into a trap or not. Because if you turn it into a trap, then it's going to really reduce the number of wither skeletons you can get over here. So I don't know, maybe we'll take one of the more distant blaze spawners as the trap. I don't know. I mean, it's not like we really need to have a blaze spawner trap. I mean, it would be nice for XP, but oh, come on, man. I didn't get any. Get out of here. I didn't get any wither skulls, only a crappy stone sword. And this is a looting 3 sword too. No luck, no luck. Alright, so over here, you head in this direction. I think there's a blaze up there. So you head over here, and let me see if I can remember where it was. And I think yeah, right here. So you come over here, and then you drop down right here. And you can come down here, and I believe it is right around the corner. Yep, here it is. Pretty simple. So here's where the nether wart was. And now we have access to it. I'm gonna grab some of this. We don't need to replant it, but why not? Whatever. Whatever. We do have some already at the farm town area. Packrat planted some by the swamp. He tried to make it look like kind of realistic. It doesn't really matter. I'm sure we'll have an auto nether farm in the redstone town. And nether wart is so easy to get. Like once you make like an 8x8 kind of dealio and you just plant it all and you just have a water current that will clear it all away. I mean, you can get so much nether wart. Like you can get more nether wart than you will ever possibly need very, very quickly. I do need to get back up there though. Let's see. Hang on. Probably should make some sort of actual staircase here. That's alright. There we go. And we're back up. So let me look over here. I haven't really done oh, hey, skeleton. I haven't done too much exploring. Oh, I hear a blaze. Man, he's got all kinds of stuff. What do you have? Aqua affinity. That's crap. Get out of here. I hear blaze. There he is. I think there's another spawner right there. So I think maybe... Actually, you know what? Maybe this one would probably be... I'm just gonna get out of here. I think this one might be better to make a trap at, because this is on the very edge of the nether fortress. Whereas, if we were to make the trap over there, that... Like, this area over here has a lot more potential to spawn mobs. So we can get a lot more wither skeletons over here. So it probably doesn't make sense to turn that one... Hey! Probably doesn't make sense to turn that one into the trap. Oh, speaking of blazes... Oh, there's a wither skeleton right there. Oh god, I'm on fire. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm out. So this one, since it's on the very edge, this is probably the best one to make. And also, it's near the portal. So you just jump in, you can collect the blazes or the XP or whatever, and then be done with it. So let me... Oh, you know what? I need some... Before I leave, I need some soul sand. So I think I'm gonna go and gather up a whole bunch of soul sand. And what the heck is this? Was someone fighting pigmen? I think people might have been fighting pigmen. I'm gonna gather up some soul sand, but I think that's gonna be it for today. I still have a lot of work on the Sanctuary of the Clans. Maybe we'll look into making that blaze spawner thingy. I did make one on the previous server. No, wait. Was it that previous one? No, it was the one before that. Yeah, it was Season 3. Oh, wow, that was so long. I made the double one. That's right, the double spawner. That took me forever. That thing was actually pretty damn good, though. But that is going to be it for this one. Thank you for watching. Certainly would appreciate it if you hit that like button. Remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault.